Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. I want to give you some information about our group project that you're going to be turning in at the end of the semester. Now, the group project is one that will have you working together on a specific nonprofit, doing some research about a nonprofit in the region. And you can do whatever nonprofit that you would like. The Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas, Habitat for Humanity, United Way, whatever it is that you are passionate about, you can do something like that. If you're passionate about animal shelters and or the Humane Society or those things, go ahead. One of the things that I want to tell you is that we're going to be doing this group project through a method that's called the reflective thinking method. Here's how it works. Basically, you take a look at a nonprofit organization. We know that all nonprofit organizations have specific problems. Every nonprofit is going to tell you they need money. So we take money and we throw that out the window because that's not going to be eligible for this particular, problem-solving group exercise. Instead, we're going to be taking a look at what are the top 3 issues, the top 3 problems that this nonprofit organization is having. As a group, what would be the top problem that you see? So once again, you pick a nonprofit organization, let's say the Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas. We as a group have determined after doing a lot of research about the new Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas that location is a problem, they have communication issues, and they're having problems with getting supplies. Then after that, we may take a look and say, as a group, we've decided that the largest problem is the supply issue, right? That's just as an example. So then what we do is we as a group will then come up with what are the 3 top solutions to be able to solve that particular problem. And then next, what would be the top solution out of the 3? And then what would be an action plan to be able to carry it out? I hope that makes sense. This is a reflective thinking method. It's kind of an overviewed, an oversimplistic way of being able to explain it. But really what it does is it allows you as a group to be able to really work together on how to be able to problem solve specific issues that are going on within nonprofits. And really the reflective thinking method is really good for not just doing this particular research and doing this particular project, but in the business world. It would really be helpful for you to be able to take a look as a group. What are some of the main challenges that we're facing? Out of those main challenges, what's the top challenge? What are some potential solutions? Then after we have defined those, out of that as a group, what is the main one? So this is what's going to take a little bit of time. So the quicker that you start moving on this with your group, the better that it is. And take notes. Have someone take a lot of notes because part of what you're going to be turning in is a folder. In the folder, I want you to turn in all the notes that you took. I want you to turn in a PowerPoint that you'll be able to actually present as a group, for the last day of class. And so all the documentation, all the information that you have, the PowerPoints, all of that needs to go into a folder that you can turn in. But what I'm looking for specifically is, once again, that roadmap. What's the nonprofit that you chose? Why did you choose that nonprofit? And do some research. Do the informative speech of this, the informative part of this. Who are they? What's their service area? How many people do they serve? Why are they, there? Those kinds of questions are all fair to ask. And because you're trying to do research, you're trying to figure that out. So you want to find someone who's the executive director that maybe you can do an interview with. Find information on their website. A lot of times they have a website. You can check that out. But really, I have some written questions, and I would go and actually conduct interviews because those are some really good ways for you to be able to kind of gauge from them. Okay, here's the executive director. You can ask them, what are some of the top challenges that you have? What are some of the things that you're facing right now? And once again, remind them money's off the table. We're not going to talk about money because everyone is going to say we need money. Instead, what are some of the main issues, the main challenges that are being faced? Is it communication? Is it location? What are there logistics challenges? Are there volunteer challenges? Those are some really, really good things that you can take a look at and say, okay, out of these things, we decided that this one thing was the main problem. Then as a group, we decide that to be able to solve that problem, we have 3 possible solutions. But then we're going to go ahead and take what we think is the best solution to be able to solve that problem. And here's an action plan. Here's how we would implement that in the future, or how we recommend that the company would do something like that. So I think this is really going to be a lot of fun. It is work. So make sure that you all meet as a group together as best as you can, whether you do it over FaceTime, whether, however you want to do that, or, better yet, do it together, in a traditional setting where you all are actually gathered around a table and someone's, the treasurer taking notes, and doing all, or the secretary rather, someone's taking notes and being able to do that. So just want to allow you to be able to, or wanted to tell you rather about this, to let you know this is what we're going to be working on. This is going to be the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to be, you're going to be working on assignments, but you really need to be working on this sooner rather than later because the time will sneak up on you, and this is due here very, very soon. If you have questions on the reflective thinking method, let me know. But once again, just going over it one more time, what's your nonprofit? Give me as much information as you know about that nonprofit. What's the top 3 problems that they have? Out of those 3 problems, what's the top problem? 3 possible solutions to that problem. What is the overall solution? And then what's the action plan? How do we implement that? How do we carry that out? Those are the things that you can really, take a look at when you go through the reflective thinking method. So think about it and let me know if you have questions on this. Contact me anytime. Jonathan_Reeves at asun.edu. You can call me on my office phone here in the KASU studios, 972-2807, 972-2807. More than happy to work with you on that. If you need to see me, please make an appointment through email, and I'm happy to be able to work with you. Thanks.